And then with the roof system, there's asphalt shingle roofs, metal roofs, and clay tile roofs. At a high level, metal and clay tile roofs cost about twice as much as asphalt shingle roofs, but they also last about twice as long. And then for repairs, there are various repairs that can be added on, but the two biggest things you need to keep in mind is cost to remove extra felt paper underneath shingles and then wood decking underneath that. So, pertaining to the three types of roofs, there's asphalt shingles, metal, and clay tile are the top three most popular. Now, in Austin, Texas, around 90% of roofs are asphalt shingle roofs. That's the default. Metal and clay tile roofs are around twice as expensive, but they also last twice as long. They're more unique, and some trends we're seeing is that customers are starting to switch to those more and more often. So this current roof is 4,071 square feet, or in contractor terms, 40.71 squares, and we have to calculate the total cost to remove the old roof. And then if you look over here, what this is suggested waste. Now, what waste is how much additional roof do we have to put on from the old roof that we took off. Now, the industry standard is 10% usually. It depends on the complexities and the steepness of the roof. For this specific roof, I got on top, took some measurements, and determined 10% would be an accurate waste calculation. And then the second thing I look at is the pitch measurements. So as you can see here, 33.7 squares is a 9 by 12 pitch, which 9 by 12 pitch is steeper than most roofs. The average roof pitch is around 6 by 12, which is about 45 degrees. 9 by 12 would be a little bit steeper. Obviously, the steeper a roof is, the more work it is to remove and replace. But if a roof isn't as steep, then it's easier for us to remove and replace it, and then we charge less. So this is a roof at a high level. This is the main part of the house, right here and here. And then for these two sections right here, our customer did not want to replace them since they're over the garage and the car shed. It doesn't make sense to pay for an expensive metal roof over those. So what I did in my calculations is I determined the total size of the roof that we need to replace. And then as you can see here, the section over the car got included in the roof snap, but the section over the garage did not. So what I did to determine the size of the roof we're actually going to replace is I took the total size of the roof from the roof snap, and then I simply subtracted 3.5 squares since we're not replacing that section. Pretty easy stuff. So in my proposal, I included the address, the specific type of metal that we're going to use, the scope of work at a high level, and then the roof size. And I specifically called out we're only redoing 2,100 square feet. I included the timeline, and then I included the total cost of the roof, which came out to $28,700.